Hello guys, good day everyone. This is El Maestro. Kumusta po kayong lahat? And welcome back to my YouTube channel. Para sa mga bago dyan, kumusta? And sa mga dating taga-subaybay ko, maraming salamat at nandito na naman kayo. Okay, so for today's video, pag-uusapan po natin yung ratio and proportion. Okay, so wala nang paligoy-ligoy pa, dumiretso na tayo. But bago yan, magre-review muna tayo ng kaunti regarding simplifying fraction. Okay? Kasi kailangan natin yan, yung simplifying fraction sa ratio and proportion natin. Okay? So, it says here that simplified fraction, okay, are fraction in their lowest or reduced and simplest form. The numerator and the denominator of a fraction are reduced to the extent that the only common factor between them is 1. So, meaning, sa numerator at denominator, hanapin natin yung common factor nila and dapat yung matitira na common factor nila is 1 na lang. Okay? So, let's have an example. Let's say, for example, have the finding the common factors. Let's say 20 and 10. Ano ba yung common factor ng 20 and 10? So, let's write the factors. Sa 20, we have 1, 2, and 10. And sa 10, we have 1 and 10. Okay? So, if you notice, okay, so pwede din natin gawin ang 5 times 2. Okay? Pero, dito na tayo. Kasi, automatic, yung common factor ng dalawa is 10 and ito, 10. So, pag na-eliminate natin yung isa sa common factors nila na 10, yung matitirang common factor na lang nila is 1. Right? So, that means, simplified form na ito later pag nakasulat sila into fraction form. Okay, so may 2 pa dito, but since walang 2 sa kabila, so it's okay. Okay, so dapat yung common ng dalawa is 1 na lang talaga. Let's say for example 3 and 6. Ano ba yung factor ni 3? We have 1 times 3 and 6 is 2 times 3 times 1. So ma-eliminate natin dito yung common nila is 3, so matitirang common nila is 1 na lang. Okay, so how about 5 and 15? Factor ng 5 is 1 times 5. Wala naman yung ibang factor yung 5. And 15 is 3 times 5 times 1. So, pwede nating i-eliminate ngayon si 5. Ang matitira is 1 as common factor. Next, we have 14 and 4. Pag 14 and 4, factor ni 14 is 1 times 2 times 7. And we have 1 times 2 times 2 as factor of 4. Yung common, may isang 2 dito at isang 2. So, matitirang common factor na lang nila is 1 at merong 1 sa kabila. Though may isang 2 pa, pero dito wala na kasi na-eliminate na natin. So, ganito, maghanap ng common factor when these two figures or numbers or digits or numbers will be written into fraction form. Okay? So, let's apply that one. Let's simplify the following. Let's say, for example, 4 over 6. Ano yung factors ni 4? Ano yung factors ni 6? So, isusulat natin. So, we have 2 times 2 times 1. We have 2 times 3 times 1. This is 6. So, common factor is 2. So, simplified form, eliminate or 2 divided by 2, that is 1. So, mawawala na yan. So, matitira is 2 times 1, which is 2. 3 times 1, which is 3. So, the simplified form is 2 over 3. So, the same thing with 5 over 10. So, ano yung common factor ni 5? Ano yung common factor ni 10? I mean, ano yung factors nila na may common? So, you have 5 times 1. We have 5 times 2 times 1. So, yung common is 5. So, pwede nating eliminate. So, matitira is 1 over 2. Okay? So, 1 over 2. Or that is 1 half. Another one, 8 is to 10. So, that is 2 times 4 times 1. That is 2 times 5 times 1. So, common is 2. Yung matitira is 4 over 5. 8 over 12. So, that is 2 times 4 times 1. 4 times 3 times 1. Yung 12. So, common is 4. So, matitira is 2 times 1. That is 2. 3 times 1. That is 1. 3. So, that is 2/3. Okay? So, ganun mag-simplify ng fraction. Gagamitin natin yan later on. But before that, we will have this illustration. So, halimbawa, meron tayong chiffon cake. Okay? Ano ba yung mga two major ingredients ng chiffon cake? Okay? So, for us to produce or makabake tayo ng cake, kailangan natin syempre ng eggs and Siyempre naman yung flour. Okay, ang tanong ngayon, ilang flour ba yung kailangan natin at ilang eggs yung kailangan natin? Okay, how many flour and egg needed to bake a chiffon cake? Okay? So, para sa isang chiffon cake, ilang eggs ba yung kailangan natin at ilang like cups of flour ba? Okay? Or kilo of flour, so whatever. Okay? And the second question is, if i-increase natin yung flour by 2, so, ilang eggs ba yung kailangan natin? Okay, meaning, these two quantities now are being compared. Ilang eggs at ilang flour. So, bakit kailangan natin ng ganito? Because, in ratio class, ratio is a comparison of two quantities using division. So, kanina may kinumpare tayong egg, quantity of egg, and a quantity of flour, or anything na dalawang quantity. Pag kinumpare natin yung dalawang yon, tawag sa kanila a ratio. Okay, it is written, or ratio of quantities can be written as, okay, A and B can be expressed as A is to B, pwedeng ganito, A is to B, colon, or pwedeng ito, A over B, where B is not equal to 0. And sabi dito, ratios are usually in simplest form. Kaya kailangan natin i-simplify yung ratios natin. So, this time, alam na natin paano mag-simplify. Halimbawa, balik tayo sa example natin. Okay, let's say for example, this flour, gawin natin ito yung A natin, quantity A, yung egg natin yung quantity B natin. Okay? So, you will have, sabi dito, pwedeng A is to B, pwedeng A is to B ang pagkasulat, pwedeng A colon B, or that is still A is to B, and you can have it like this, A is to B. So, meaning, our A is flour, our B is egg, so, pwedeng flour is to egg. Right? So, comparison of two quantities, that is ratio. So, paano if papalitan natin ng value yung value yung ano natin, yung flour, gawin natin 2. And how about if we change the value of our egg, gawin natin 8. So, paano natin isusulat yan into like this? So, magiging 2 is to 8, right? Dito, 2 colon 8, and this is 2 over 8. And sabi to ratios are usually in simplest form. Ang tanong, ito, simplest form ba? So, applying what we learned earlier, pwede nating hanapan ng mga common factors, yung numerator at yung denominator. So, when we simplify this one, this is equal to 1 over 4. Okay, so this is now the ratio 1 is to 4. So, kailangan nakasimplified. Okay? So, another example. So, let's say for example, we are asked to find the ratio of female to male president of the Philippines. Okay? So, ano yung ratio and ano yung mga forms na pwede natin yung pagkasulat nila. So, we all know, we have 2 female and we have 15 female, 2 female presidents and we have 15 male presidents noon sa Pilipinas. Currently, we have President Bongbong Marcos as our president. Yung dalawang female, President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo and the late President Corazon Aquino. So, yung ratio ng male to female is 2 is to 15. And this is written, okay, ang form na to ay tinatawag na colon form. And this form, 2 is to 15, tawag dito, fraction form. And ito, 2 divided by 15, division form. And the last one is 2 is to 15, the phrasal form or the parang phrase. Okay? So, be oriented with this, different kind of forms, paano natin isusulat yung ratio natin. Okay, balik tayo dun sa example natin, yung flour. Okay, balik tayo sa flour. Okay? So, may tanong, what if, okay, if the ratio of large egg is 2 to bake a whole cake, okay, ratio of flour to egg, 2 is to 8, to bake a whole cake, what will be the ratio if we only bake half? Okay, nakuha niyo? So, pag gumawa tayo ng whole cake, yung ratio is 2 is to 8. Ano namang ratio if, okay, ano yung ratio pag half lang? So since half lang, kailangan natin half lang na flour, half na egg, so the ratio will become 1/4. And if you check, tingnan nyo sa calculator nyo, okay, we'll have calculator. I-check natin yung 2:8. 2 divided by 8. And that is equal to 1/4, or that is 0.25. How about 1/4? 1 divided by 4, that is equal to, again, that is equal to 0.25. What does it mean? Meaning, itong ratio na to at itong ratio na to, they are equal. So, equal para yung ratio ng dalawang to. So, anong meron if two ratios are equal? So, yun yung pag-uusapan natin next. Okay? So, tatabi lang natin, parang na doble. Let's just have this one na doble. Balik tayo doon sa equal na ratio. Okay? So, sabi dito, if we have a proportion is an equation showing that two ratios are equal. So, meaning, si 2/8 and 1/4 are proportion because equal sila. Si 2/8 is equal to 0.25 and si 1/4 is equal to 0.25. So, equal meaning proportion. Okay? Nakuha nyo? Pag equal yung dalawang ratio, meaning proportion sila. And if the ratios A and B, or A is to B and C is to D are equal, then we write A is to B is equal to C is to D, or A is to B is equal to C is to D, or fraction form, pwedeng column form, or it is read as A is to B as C is to D. Okay? Ganito yung pagkabasa. So, each number in the proportion is called term. In the proportion, A is to B is equal to A is to D. The terms A and D are extremes and B and C are called means. Meaning, sa ratio, sa proportion natin na A is to B is equal to C is to D, yung A at D, tawag sa kanila extremes. And yung B and C, tawag sa kanila means. So, bakit na naman natin kailangan malaman to? Because in solving ratio and proportion, okay, problems involving proportion, kailangan natin mas intindihan yung cross-product property. Okay, the product of extremes, yung product ng extremes, meaning A and D, and the product of the means, meaning itong B and C, they are called cross-product, and they are, okay, the product of extremes equals to the product of the means. Meaning equal pala. Meaning, si A and D, the extremes, pag minultiply mo, that is AD, A times D, equal daw siya sa means na si B and C. Nakuha? So, later on, magagamit natin to in solving problem involving ratio and proportion, or the proportion itself. Okay? So, the cross-product property can also be used to solve a proportion. Okay? So, let's try to solve or determine whether these two are proportion. Again, sabi natin kanina, pag equal sila, meaning proportion. So, let's use the calculator. Si 4 is to 10, that is equal to 2 is to 5, or that is 0.4. So, 0.4 tong 4 is to 10. How about 6 is to 15? 6 divided by 15. Okay? Still, that is 0.4. Since pareho silang 0.4, so these two ratios are proportion. Okay? So, ganun lang mag-determine if two ratios are proportion. Okay, next. Okay, let's have a example problem. So, solve for the value of x in the proportion 2 is to 4 and 8 is to x. So, first thing that we're going to do is we write this one into proportion in fraction form. So, fraction form ng 2 is to 4 is, okay, 2 is to 4 equal to fraction form ng 8 is to x. Okay, then, we apply the cross-product property. So, extremes, multiply the extremes, is equal to the product of the means. So, 2 times x, that is equal to 2x, is equal to means, that is 4 times 8. Then, simplify, that is 2x is equal to 4 times 8, that is 32. Then, solve for x. So, copy natin yan, solve for x. We divide both sides by 2. Okay? When we divide both sides by 2, 2 divided by 2, this will become 1. So, x na lang is equal to 16. So, meaning, x is equal to 16. So, nagamit natin ngayon yung cross product property in solving this problem. Okay? Question. Okay, wala na. So, let's have another problem. So, we have solved the value of x in proportion 3 plus x over x is equal to 4 over 3. Since it is stated that is proportion, meaning equal sila. So, we will rewrite this one again. Kasi sa solve natin, dapat naka fraction form. Since this is already in fraction form, i-rewrite lang din natin. Then, apply. Always apply the cross product property. Cross product property. So, that is 3 times 3 plus x is equal to 4 times x. Okay? So, simplify distributive. So, that is 3 times 3 and 3 times x. So, we'll have 9 plus 3x equal to, copy this one, 4x. Then, transpose 4x sa kabila. To solve for x, transpose 9 sa kabila. So, we'll have 3x minus 4. Okay? Is equal to negative 9. Okay? So, after that one, sandali lang. Okay, let's continue. So, 3x minus 4x, that is equal to negative x, and that is equal to negative 9. So, divide both sides by negative 1 or multiply both sides by negative 1. Pwede rin. So, negative, 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 negative magiging positive. So, that is x is equal to 9. So, the value of x now is equal to 9. So, using cross product property. Okay? So try to solve this problem, class. Try to solve this problem. Okay? Just pause this video. Try to solve this problem. Okay? So, Jennifer mixes 600 ml of orange juice with 900 ml of apple juice to make a fruit drink. So, what ratio of orange to apple juice in its simplest form? Then, second problem, you have 6 copies of book, cost 9 pounds. Okay, so meaning that is 6 is to 9. So, calculate cost of 8 books. So, I will just help you with this, meaning you will have 6 is to 9, right? That is equal to 8 books. Okay, is to yun. Hindi natin alam kung ano. So, you let this one as your x. Then, solve using cross product. Okay? This one, ratio and proportion. Okay? So, i-pause, then comment your answer, ano yung value ng x, and ano yung ratio natin. Then, babasahin natin yung mga answer nyo, and if you will get a correct answer, you will be shout out, no, i-shout out natin yan sa next video natin. Okay? Guys, thank you for watching. This is El Maestro. Salamat sa inyong suporta. Please like this video, share to your friends, and please subscribe sa mga bago. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. And always click that notification bell button para always updated tayo. Okay? Thank you guys. Once again, this is El Maestro. God bless you all.